Hi, I'm Fred Oduye, and I want to take a moment and share with you why reachable reconciliation is so important. Now, I understand that we can't talk about reconciliation unless there's a previous relationship to be restored. This is what makes the reachable part so unique. I mean, think about all the imbalance of terms that we all use today. We hear words like race relations, implicit bias, systemic this, systemic that, privilege, white fragility, and even now we hear terms like diversity, equity, inclusion, and many, many more. But I'm reminded of a very simple question that was asked of me years ago. I was just finished speaking in Boston, and a gentleman raised his hand and he said, "Fred, we know that you can do it, but how do we do it?" That was an eye-opener for me. And so I had to take an inventory and wrestle with some books that reminded me of the historical events that had taken place within my own culture. Books like The Cross and the Lynching Tree by James Cone. In that book, Dr. Cone highlights how our Savior suffered on the cross and parallels it with how Black Americans suffered on the hangings of trees. Now, of course, you sit back and say, "Well, Fred, what does that have to do with where we are today?" And here's what I would say. In the same book, he references how Jacob had wrestled with God. But when he came out on the other side, he had a new name and a new identity, but was still wounded. What I'm trying to tell you is that culturally, many of us are left with a limp. What's neat about reachable reconciliation is that we understand that it's not about race and culture alone. We realize that there's something in everybody's DNA that has left them with a limp. And as a result, we limit our reach from connecting with other people because we don't understand their limp. That's what reachable reconciliation is all about. Taking the time to learn and understand why other people are limping in their lives. If you want to learn more about reachable reconciliation, contact us at reachablereconciliation.com. We'd love to create a cohort. We'd love to spend time with your team, spend time with your organization, or if anything less, at least visit us so that you can hear stories from others all the way from the Deep South into the corporate entities of our society. Reachable reconciliation. It's for you and it's for me.